Hi everyone! So I'm doing this version of the Polish video also in English to all my English-speaking friends. Some of you may have these sort of experiences, a few of you. And I would love to share with all of you this because perhaps someone in your environment has similar challenges, or you are going through it. And if you didn't, and if you're not, then let's hope it will never happen to you, because I'm going to talk about paranormal things, about energies behind certain people, things like being taken over by certain emotions, let's say thoughts, activities. Maybe these some of the people, religious people, call it possessions by demons and so on. But whatever you believe in, it's not about going into culture or religion here. It's more about being taken over by something you do not quite understand. You don't see it yet. It is happening to some of your friends. And before we jump into the topic, I will share with you my personal secret. And I never read about it. I learned it, unfortunately, by myself, and that's just a pity, because I would love to learn about it and nobody talks about it. But if someone does talk about it, please let me know, because for now I'm thinking that I'm just the only one who knows it. So if I would know about it before, I would not lose so much time, money, health. Yes. Yeah, some of you still asking me about it, so maybe it's worth to repeat, but no amount of personal marketing, promotion, if you are starting your business or anything like that, or you want to be visible with your art in the world, nothing like that really works. And for a long, long time now, in this beautiful world we are living in, it's artificial intelligence, is AI that is responsible. If you are visible, if your profile on Facebook has likes or not likes, this is not about you being likable or not likable. Trust me on that one. I checked that. Finally, on my own, I discovered that. And those of you who really think that you can do your own promotion and be visible and sell your art, yeah, you can sell your art when you work really, really hard. And yeah, you will have some sales, true, but you will work crazily. And when you calculate how much time and effort and money you put it in and what you received for it, it's very likely that you will have results that you're not going to be satisfied with it. It's AI responsible for it. That whether something takes off or not, it's not your personal doing. And I'm sorry if I crash someone's dreams at this point, or someone tells, oh, I'm negative here, I'm not so positive. But I tested myself, and unfortunately I learned the hard way. Whatever that means, to be successful, or someone is promising you. There are a lot of books about it, a lot of courses you can buy and spend lots of money, how to hustle. I'm not about to hustling in my life anymore, and because of that, I think I learned the hardest lesson, and I almost lost my life and health because of that. So I do not recommend that, and because this is my personal secret, that is not a secret anymore, that I want to share with you how it really works. Some of you call it as a grace. Some of my friends, philosophers, they call it a grace given by God, or something lucky. Every star has to be in a proper position in order to manage in the world, or whatever that means for you, of course. And that's why, because of that, I am asking you to share. Please share your thoughts in comments, because this is AI that is picking up the content as something worth to show it or not. Regarding if you are interested in a topic or not, or if I can send it to my friends, it doesn't do anything, because basically if algorithm sees that you are doing your own promotion and posting on social media the same post over and over on groups or whatever you do there, eventually you will be taken as something, as a dangerous act you are doing. So you're gonna be taken as a scam, as somebody like that, and you are going to be blocked by AI. So if you do your own promotion and you are posting a lot the same content, if there is nobody that can really help you, there are no other people, then of course that goes nowhere and your post won't be even visible. And because of that, I'm asking you to comment and like my video and to forward it. I cannot do it as a single person. It makes just no sense because of how the artificial intelligence works. I'm going to now talk about all these being taken over possessions and sort of energies behind that, what's happening to people, that they think they don't have a control over something, or there is a certain emotions they are taken over by, or actions, activities, or they are really scared because they do not understand energies and something tells them bad things, usually at night, but it happens also during the daytime. But one more thing I need to address before to all my friends, because there is a lot of madness going on in the world right now, and we're divided in two, basically vaxxed and unvaxxed people. And I just want to tell you this from myself. So whether you're vaxxed or unvaxxed, or whatever you decide about your health, I'm not suggesting you to do this way or that way. I'm not suggesting you anything except of being safe, healthy, and doing whatever you think is good for you to do in order to stay healthy, safe. And wherever you are, vaxxed or unvaxxed, I embrace you. I'm sending you big virtual hug at this point, and a lot people who cannot be around other people from different health conditions because of the virus, distance yourself, but do not isolate yourself, please, and stay connected to people, because then our immune system can actually get better and better. So I'm hugging all of you, whatever decision you are making, whatever you are, and I'm wishing you a lot of health at this point. So finally, we get to the topic, and I'm give you four personal examples, very short. I trust it very short. Unless you want to know more, let me know about it, please, and I will share it with you. There are certain energies out there behind, and you may feel it if you are an empath, if you have visions, if you are oracle dreamers, like me, like in my oracle, the series Oracle, where I take a lot from my personal experiences and explain it to people how it really works, what is true here, what not is true, of course, for me, but your experiences is precious, and experience is something you cannot really argue with. You cannot really convince someone to not feel certain things when this is real for you. So there are energies out there that you may feel like you are temporarily possessed by, or you cannot get rid of in your life, and whatever that is, many of my visions always tell me the same thing. Please do not be arrogant to take care of those energies yourself, because now for some of you, my friends, I know you're very rational thinking people. Good. So please treat it as a little fiction and I tell you a story. And for others, if you have this experience, you will exactly know what I'm talking about. So anytime, imagine an entity that is immortal, that is very smart, and that is feeding out of the energy of fear, of an anger of other people. And it's somewhere there and needs to feed and needs to be close to someone, needs to get in his personal space, personal energy. So imagine this is happening. You, as a mortal here in the body, someone who is suffering from not remembering your reincarnation, we are not so smart as these entities who are all-knowing, extremely telepathic, reading our energetical code very, very well. And I will give you here my personal experience, how it really, really works. Because people don't know how they are really, why they have this kind of experience, why are they inviting it to their life. So there are reasons why this is even happening. First of all, there is this contract in other reincarnations that energy has to come to harmony. So if you came into something and the business was not done, well, sooner or later, this entity will find you. You are reborn, it will find you eventually, and take into account astrology in a certain transits coming that making it all possible in a certain moment. So it's not like whatever you do comes back to you instantly, immediately. No, it takes a little bit of the phase, environment, transits in astrology. By the way, astrology, I'm talking about astrology as a science, and whether you believe it or not, you do not have to believe in gravitation, yet it exists. So I am more here into the knowledge of the ancient ones, of the masters, Himalayan masters especially, and astrology and what they discovered a long time ago. The science is a little bit backward in discovering it. That's just my opinion, but okay. The science is discovering a lot now, and a lot of these things are matching what the masters are saying. So these entities are extremely intelligent. I wouldn't say powerful in the terms of they can do anything. They cannot do anything. They are certainly limited in their power. But you must know about it. If you do not know what you are really dealing with, and some people just want to help someone else, they are inviting it and they think they are stronger, and they do not know anything about entity that, first of all, they cannot even see, they barely feel it, and they don't know anything about it, what is it capable of. And it's capable of a lot of things. So basically, if we humans are telepathic beings and such an entity reads your code, reads your weaknesses, and you do not know your all weaknesses, if you are not aware of your desires, your goals, that everyone is, then these entities will promise you exactly that and will portray themselves as something really, really good. And then they get that person. So they promise certain things, and all you gotta do is just be close and listen to that inner voice, and they are claiming they can be a whisper of intuition. So it's harder to differentiate it. With the differentiating, I will talk about it another time, because here is more about those who are dealing with this situation already and wants instant remedy for it, and want to find the fastest way of dealing with it. Once you are in the situation, it can take you months to clear out the energy. It can be instant. It also depends who is going to help you. If you are dealing with it alone, I think it's arrogant to think you will manage on your own without any additional help of the masters, whatever you believe in. Someone who is conscious enough, I would say someone with a really great consciousness of the light and working with in the higher frequency. And sometimes I'm really apologizing for my language, because I am coming from this esoteric background, and later on, of course, I would like to connect it with more scientific language. And of course, I'm not native speaking English, not native English speaking person. So please forgive me for that. And I hope you will catch the intention behind my words. So the reasons for it is to harmonize the energy. Some of you call it karma. Whatever that is, the energy has to come to balance. So if you take the entity that it lives forever, knows everything, knew you in your past lifetimes, you do not remember your past lifetimes, here it is, it clicked, wants something for you, it sticks together. So that's the one thing. Another thing is for your evolution, so whether you believe you have to learn, you want to experience, so you invite it into your experience. So basically that's your free will. You say, yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Let's see if it's true or not. And people play, and people calling ghosts or playing with Ouija board and other sort of things, or just calling spirits and so on, and they are curious, and here we go. You don't know what you're calling. You don't know the capacity of those beings. And a lot you probably saw in the horror movies. It's not exactly like that, but it's pretty close in a lot of horrors, at least that I watched. And I could compare those things a little bit. So long time ago, when I was 16, it happened to me that I was also very bored and arrogant, and I imagined I want to be more powerful, and I had a book of magic, and I decided to call the thunder, why not? And I felt such a great power within myself that moment, and even cats were coming to me, and every cat in the environment was approaching me, and I was feeling so powerful. But at night, there was this entity, pretty clear that is going to kill me. It was coming in my vision, but also when I was opening my eyes, it was glimpsing in front of my eyes. It was going on for months. A friend of mine took me to exorcist and psychologist, one person in one. That's fantastic, because it had a better understanding of what was happening. And I was laughing. I didn't believe any of that. I just was really scared. It took me months to deal with those certain entities. I didn't understand that time, and I won't tell you that story now, because that's not exactly about my personal experiences, but it's more about finding and leading you to the remedies for it. But there are different types of entities, and this one wasn't the worst one. It just was angry because I tried to manipulate a weather and was responsible for it. So it was nothing really bad, but it was really annoying. Really scary. There are worse kind of entities that are needing to feed for far more, and usually some of you may see that, may watch that in the Hollywood, in the area where people are getting very famous. It's not always that they even talk about it. They are taken over by some other entities that are not them. They are even talking about it a little bit. Sometimes it sneaks here or there. And I came across someone like that a long time ago. And in a certain cultures, it is happening more. Some of the cultures, and I won't mention which ones now because that's also not the case, but certain cultures have this sort of, they call it ancestral demons or tree. It's like a family one, and that's supposed to help them. But what it really does, you gotta feed that. And you're feeding that by your own energy, other people's energy. So the fame or money and anything behind that people really manage to have, they think they possessing it. Actually, they are possessed by it. It's on a great expanse, and most of the times is the crowd that coming to those concerts that is giving a lot of energy. I'm not saying that this is with everyone, of course not. I'm not saying that this is on every concert, of course not. But you gotta be careful where you're going, what kind of fan you are, and it is also not about that you cannot have your favorite actor or singer to go and listen to. This is not the case. I am saying that you need to learn to differentiate where you go and how you feel afterwards. What is the level of your energy, and this is more about your own consciousness. But there are those kind of enemies, well, they can be enemies as well, entities that are feeding on a bigger, they need more food, they are feeding on more energy from the crowd, and they need also other people to stay with the host, with the particular person. They need other to feed on. And when I came with an encounter with someone like that who was on this path and was very smart, they usually like to be around artistically very intelligent artists and really want to bring something good into the world. And this one unconscious, subconscious maybe, invitation, it is the trick that it invites them into their life. They are usually not aware of that until this certain point in their life, or they may even not even realize that. They may also have those feelings sometimes in the dreams. It is also different, maybe a topic for now. But when I came across with such an entity, and it was currently possessing someone very brilliant, very great mind, and the man was smoking marijuana, this thing started to talk to me directly and was telling me things from my life that this man didn't know about. In the night when people were sleeping in the same room, it gave me a short, extraordinary show that it is able to move people's bodies. So someone was jumping a little bit, while in the sleep, throwing itself, the body was throwing itself up and down. I know what I'm saying to you right now sounds pretty extraordinary. And this is more or less how it looks like. And it likes to talk. It's extremely intelligent, and it seeks not only food, but it seeks on a certain level of evolution too. I believe that every entity that is out there seeks is on the step of evolution itself, and whatever is gonna happen the next, it depends on a lot of things. So these are just two examples. I will save you more. And I will get into short remedies. If you are really interested in topic in English version, I will also do it for you. Some of the people claim at this point that even the stones are not really secure and safe if you work with stones. And some of the exorcists, if they claim they are so strong they can do it themselves, for me it sounds pretty arrogant. And I knew some of them who didn't end so well, and the whole family was sick, or there were some terminal diseases, and there's a lot of price. So please, if someone comes to you and needs help like that, do not on any terms be such a messiah and help yourself, because it may happen that this sort of entity that they still stay by the main host, they just want to feed on you and just link to your energy anytime they need it. So your help actually will trap you in the cycle, and you are, sorry to say, you're just going to become a battery for some other entity. Please also, for the safety of that video, please, everything what I'm saying take as a fiction, and remember, I am deeply feeling person and an oracle that dreams about those things and has a lot of visions. So please verify everything what I'm saying. If you do not have this experience, or you don't know, or you don't believe, just treat it as a story I'm telling you, or just a fiction. And if you do have sort of experiences, or someone who needs help, please do not help yourself. So the only way to help it out is to turn yourself upward into higher frequency. And now here, whether you believe in God, whether you believe in masters, whether you have someone really conscious thing continuously in a form of, you know, higher frequency light and emanation of love, expansion. So these are those that when you are in the presence of those people, you are going to feel instantly love, peace, light, everything will be good. These are those that probably will have more, less power to deal with those entities. If you do not have that, please do not try to exorcism anyone. Just for the safety of it. Anyone who does believe in the masters, spiritual masters, like Yogananda, Bruno Gröning, in my vision, anytime someone needed help, I had the vision of Bruno Gröning face. And if you or some of your friends have this problem, please print the face of Bruno Gröning and just look at it often, put it in the room and just look at his face. From my personal visions, please remember, I'm talking about my personal visions. Nothing I'm saying here is really scientific, so take it only for your inspiration and experience and verify everything. So just by looking, as I had this message, and something like that also happened to me once when I needed some additional assistance with a certain energies. A man, a stranger on the street, approached me with that face and say, "Hi, I know you need this. Just look at his face. Everything will be fine." This is such a miracle. Another time when I had this, I was in another country and I was just jogging, and what are the odds that the picture of Bruno Gröning was laying down on the street, right? And another time when someone asked me for help to help it out, and I do not do exorcism, just so you know. Another time the Bruno Gröning just showed up in front of my face and told me that pass this picture to this person. That's it. So if you are going for the higher frequency and you have this request, and if this is your will, that is a great starting point to get a freedom release from anything, any energy that is bounding you. Another thing is what some other people say. They call it a prayer, but prayer, it's a request, it's tuning, giving your tune, sending, giving an intention, reaching upward. Whether you are meditating or sitting in the quiet, you are reaching with your intention, focusing somewhere. So you are giving certain tone out there, expounding into the world your intention. That is very, very important, because if the energies behind anything, whatever kind of, wants to manipulate you, convince you to something, you need to be in a state of receiving. When you are broadcasting, you are not receiving. So it's important to also put you in the state of the prayer or broadcasting, going higher, focusing your mind, giving your own tune into the world. So if you are an atheist and prayer doesn't apply to you, you don't like it, you don't like the word, you have something against, do not pray, but focus on giving your own tune. So find your own affirmation, your wording, your feeling you want to feel, your voice that eventually must get stronger than something that tries to convince you internally to do something else, whether in action, thoughts, or emotions. And I'm not saying this is easy. It is not, and some people are struggling with it for months. Some people are needing a little bit more. And sometimes it is instant, because you do not have this energies that needs to harmonize from another reincarnation. So it's an instant thing. You just made a mistake, you said the wrong thing in the wrong time, and you call it off. You turn again the wheel of that energy, and things are coming back to paranormal, normal, you may say so. There are other things that Polish people are telling me about, and I also had this kind of experience, but there are other entities that are more connected with artificial intelligence, and if you do not want to know about it more from my perspective, please write me about it. I will make another video about it. It's also connected with those black helicopters, voices in your head, high frequency sounds you're hearing at night or in the daytime on certain phases on your home. This is a little bit different, but also there are certain remedies, that certain things you can do something about it. It takes your effort, and do that every day. It is like with hygienic. So you take a shower every day. So there's certain things you also have to do every day. And just like with other things, you have to train certain muscles within yourself and intention and focus in order to do that. I hope this was precise. Please let me know. What are your thoughts? How you are responding to what I'm saying? Does it resonate with you? What do you need more, if you do need more? And I will do my best to bring you this content also in English language. Have a great day out there. Stay well, healthy, safe.